We've got Mr. S. Ravikumar, President, Business Development and Assurance, join us from Bajaj Auto. He's with us on the phone line and being told. Mr. Ravikumar, thank you for your time. Appreciate you coming back on the show. Prashant this side. Could you just contextualize the numbers, sir? Let's start with two-wheelers, both local sales and exports. Numbers look strong, by the way, overall, right?
Yeah, it is with a nice exit, total growth, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, domestic, export, everything put together at 306,000 type of units at 22%. That is a nice growth number for an exit month. That's where it is. Now, let us get down to that detail. In motorcycles, for example, in domestic, the industry growth, what we have estimated is about 10.3%. We have grown at 31% in total as compared to March 15 to this March 16. The industry had sold about 89,000 units more as compared to last March. We have garnered almost about slightly under 50% of that at 43,000 units. And so that's a very good thing. The Avenger...
You're saying the two-wheeler sale... What was the numbers at 31%? You're saying two-wheeler sales growth for the full year, for the full financial year?
No. We are looking at only motorcycle segment of the two-wheeler industry because we operate only in the motorcycle segment. In motorcycles, the industry grew by 10%. We grew by 31%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, sir.
For example, when it comes to the commercial vehicles, we have almost about a 59% growth in domestic. We are firing in all cylinders there with the traditional petrol, CNG, LPG, giving me almost about a 90% market share in that sub-segment. In diesels, we have grown nicely there again, almost reaching a market share of about 37 odd %. And cargo we entered very recently, and there we have clocked a 7% market share. So if we just split it into diesel in three-wheeler passenger and three-wheeler cargo, in the passenger area, our exit market share is almost about 65%, which was 52% last time. So it has been a rocking performance from domestic three-wheeler team. Exports, told you February was low. We expected March also to be sober because Nigeria was the issue there. We did slightly better at about 102,000. What I should say qualitatively is Argentina, Nepal, Egypt, all these markets have nicely sort of rebounded and they are in stable pitch now. And in Nigeria, from the currency had gone to a crazy 400 plus type of exchange rate to a dollar, and it was 150, 155 about a year back. Now it has cooled off nicely, and the currency is at about 280 or so. Now this stability to translate into actual retail buying in a large economy like this, and when it had taken a big shock like this, that is taking some time. So this is the export story. Overall, all put together, we have done a 22% growth in this March over last March, and that's very gratifying for us.
So what is, in terms of, what is the domestic two-wheeler sales? What is export two-wheeler sales volumes?
See, about 177,000 units is domestic motorcycles, and exports is about 87,000 units. Total is that 264,000 units.
This is motorcycles, right? Only motorcycles.
Only motorcycles, correct.
If you look at the total exports, then that is, as you said, 1.02 lakhs, right? 1 lakh.
1,02,000. That is coming from about 87,000 motorcycles and about 15,000 three-wheelers, both put together coming to about 102,000.
What is, what are the next few months in terms of exports going to look like? That is still going to be the big variable.
You see, like I told you, we are a very nicely focused company. We specialize in motorcycles and in three-wheelers. And with this specialization, we have gone wide and geographically we have diversified to many markets. And this combined strategy has sort of stood us in good stead. If you see over the last few years, sometimes domestic is bad, sometimes some of the markets are getting shocks from external factors which are absolutely outside our control. But this de-risked, diversified in geographic terms, that is really playing out very nicely. That said, in domestic, now whether it is CT Platina at one end, Pulsar Avenger, KTM at the top end, now the Invincible V getting added to the portfolio. Exit market share, quarter on quarter, we have been improving our domestic market shares and numbers. Exit is about almost a 31% type of a growth. So in domestic, we are very confident both in motorcycles and in three-wheelers in the coming year, that is 16-17. Now, exports, we would like to be a bit cautious. We hope almost everything else is falling in place, but big markets have got to find their balance and their retails have got to come back. So we would rather play it by the year, quarter on quarter, month on month. So when we are talking about an annual, you talked about the next few months. For example, in April, all put together, we should be about 330,000, 340,000 type of numbers. But if within that, the exports may still be about 105 to 110. We are used to 150,000 type of export numbers. We hope it will get there. So if all guns turn blazing, then we can sort of nicely give a positive surprise to the market. But that said, the next year as compared to this year, that is 16-17 as compared to 15-16, we are looking at almost about a 4.6 million total volume. That is on the back of a very strong motorcycle domestic and a strong CV domestic and a very cautious and a very conservative export number of about 1.62 million.
Okay. So 16 lakhs overall exports, right? Basically. For the full year.
16,20,000 or something like that, yeah, if I remember right. Yeah.
Right. This is financial year 17, and you said that the total, everything included, not just bike, but everything included, total financial year 17 sales should be about 46 lakh units, right?
Correct, that's right.
Compared to the total in 16, which is what, sir? Sorry?
Sorry?
What is what has been the total in 16? Financial year 16?
It's about slightly under 4 million. It is financial year 16 is 38,93,000. And this should go to about 46 lakhs. That's a good 20% type of a growth, 20-21% type of a growth. That's what we are shooting for in the current year. And that, like I told you, very good motorcycle numbers domestic, very good commercial vehicle numbers, that is three-wheeler numbers in domestic, and sort of a subdued export number has been factored. Not subdued because of anything from our side. It is to take care of the reality on the ground in various economies and to be very conservative while planning.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Ravikumar. Thank you and good luck.